I think nursing profession in those spaces, it's more of cultural than professional. Hi guys, welcome to Nurses Crib Media Podcast Season 1. And I am your presenter for the first episode. My name is Ola Journey to the World, but you can call me Journey. And my guests for today are... Okay, fantastic. So we are all nurses here. I'm a general nurse, a registered nurse.
I'm a cardiac nurse.
So welcome to Season 1, Episode 1. And today we'll be talking about speaking up as nurses. This space helps to correct negative impressions that people have about this profession and just to shed more light on what our profession is about, telling you that we are essential in the healthcare space, we are important, and we are very intelligent. To be able to speak up for the profession, you have to be a confident nurse. So I'm going to ask my speakers, my guests, are you a confident nurse?
Yes, I am. Sure, I am.
Are you sure? Okay.
Sure.
While you're deciding on whether you're sure or you're like this,
You're
okay. So have you ever had to speak up for yourself or someone in the profession?
Yeah, I'm not much of a person that confronts people, so I feel like in the recent days now I've seen the need to confront and speak up for others. I think some months ago I spoke for a colleague. I felt frustrated, so I'll take it upon myself and follow you through. Plus, it was worth the fight.
Okay. Well, Anna,
Well, yeah. I have to speak up for my department. I'm an ER nurse. And in most cases, the people at the front desk, they tend to bring in cold cases to the emergencies. And we have limited bed spaces. So I had to talk to the manager and say, okay, we need to cut up the whole cold cases and all.
okay. So speaking up, sometimes it does not go very, very well. I mean, I've had to speak up myself. Speaking up for that person, would you say it ended well? Fine, the fight was worth it, but would you say that it went well for you? How did it project you as a person?
Because it never goes well. As long as you're the smaller fish in the ocean, you'll be prey on easily. So just okay, I feel like it's worth the fight. I mean, the energy, the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
The fact that I had to stand up for someone, and yes, everybody knew I was talking to someone. So just the happiness that comes with it and the self-satisfaction of it.
Well, for me, I was actually at first seen as a rebel, but eventually it came true.
Okay.
Average Nigerian male nurse is a rebel. I don't expect less.
I think there are females too who are rebels, of which I am not among. I find out at my workplace. But you mentioned something. You said we are smaller fishes in the ocean of healthcare. That's what I'll take it as. Would you say us being, in quotes, smaller fishes is why some people choose not to speak up?
Yes, if everybody's picking up on themselves to speak up, not saying we will be in the same position as it is today. For what we project to be, this is 2026, right?
Yeah.
And we expect it to be somewhat advanced than this. But it's kind of unfortunate that we still have some people among us who feel easily intimidated.
Sure, that's true.
Just what do you expect of a 16, 17-year-old child that just got into the school of nursing, finished probably at the age of 20, and you're just trying to scare him or her away? Of course, she'll be scared to very bad. But then, if we can inculcate the habit of speaking up for ourselves, I feel like we'll get better with it.
Okay, that's great. So, to a young nurse or to the average nurse out there, because there are still adult nurses who are scared of speaking up, who feel intimidated. Like, of course, let's say you're starting out and you'd experience intimidation as junior nurses. You're under your senior nursing colleagues. There are doctors who have years of experience. There are other healthcare workers, lab scientists, dietitians, and so many other people. What would you tell a young nurse or a nurse who is already working that they can do to build their confidence? How would you encourage them?
Well, first, my own theory is if you don't speak up, you die in silence. So I remember as a student nurse, there was a time we actually wanted to administer injections. We have wet swab and dry swab. So we actually prepared everything, and one house officer just came He did not even acknowledge us. He didn't even say, okay, I just want to quickly use it. He just picked it up as it, picked it up and left. My other friend, he was so really, really angry and he just went there. He didn't know expect it because he just went there, just said, can't you see they are using it? He couldn't even, after everything, I think the house officer reported to the nurse in charge. I think the nurse in charge would have at least declared that, oh no, that was the wrong approach.
What did she say?
I'm not-
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
And you know, she told us, like, don't you know he's a doctor? I'm like, even if you're a doctor, it doesn't mean you shouldn't acknowledge or show. I just don't know. I was so disappointed. My friend was just so disappointed.
Don't you know I'm a nurse? Don't you know I'm a nurse?
So student nurse. Student nurse.
Student nurse or not? Don't you know I'm a nurse?
Uh,
Why need to prepare your own?
So that now that I mean, most of our elders, or let's say the people in church, they tend to trust on that. And that's so bad.
What would you say your take is on what he just said?
I feel like, irrespective of the kidder, irrespective of the person, as long as you have the need to speak up, please do speak up. There's no reason why you're holding back. You understand? There was a time when I was in school, I had this junior student. When he came into the school, he told me he doesn't like kind of uniform we're wearing. The bow tie.
Also, this school is that.
You see,
The
uniform was not it. I pitied them. It was not it at all.
The guy I was actually he was everywhere talking about the uniforms. Like, why would I wear this? Why would I wear bow tie? You don't even have this in the class. I'm like, bro, just calm down. I understand you are pain. You've been in this since everyone knows when. And I just chipped it into him that, okay, you should probably meet some authorities in the school and speak about it and this and that. And of course he did, but then, unfortunately, nothing was gonna happen. But then, they gave him valid reasons why he couldn't do it. I think recent now.
They've changed it.
This one changed. Wow.
If you can press, you'll
So-
get what you want. You'll die in silence.
It's just tell
If you don't
no matter
speak up.
how small or no matter how little you think you are,
Yeah.
the circle, you can always come up with something and your voice will be heard.
Yeah. That's
But do you feel school of nursing contributes to nursing being timid or too shy to speak up? Do you feel so?
Our syllabus. If there's anything change in that school of nursing, this is our syllabus. Because syllabus teaches us to be intimidated.
In what way?
Okay, imagine there was a time I was in class, one of my lecturer told me that you should thank God for the kind of person they had now. And there was a time in that school, they couldn't walk on the same corridor with the lecturer.
Yes.
What are you
Yes.
To get better, why are we having this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
So, something like that.
Yeah.
It has always been about being intimidated. And the funny thing is, if you see a university nurse, and you're not subscribed,
Please calm down.
you will notice the scope.
Okay.
Because most times in the hospital, the person you end up saying fighting for you is the person from university. Because they are built with this aluta kind of
I think-
that.
From what you just said, I think ours is perhaps because we work a lot with the cadres from SNO, CNO, ADNs, DDNs. We relate a lot with them. They have, of course, people from the university go for practicals, but you'd only spend about 2 to 4 weeks there. But if you're on posting from School of Nursing, you're spending 6 weeks to 8 weeks. If you say you want to speak against something or you want to confront a senior nurse, be assured that the rest of your posting will be frustrating. They will frustrate your life. They will frustrate. Do you understand? They will frustrate your life because
Yes.
I know somebody that happened to. It was a male nurse who actually confronted her that we cannot be doing night shift when we have an exam about 2 weeks away. He did night. He did that night.
Just for you know.
He did that night. So when you spend so much time with these people, it becomes like it just kills your self-esteem.
Yes.
It lowers your self-esteem.
So I can see that School of Nursing has a part to play, and
Yeah,
the
I think it
doctors
does.
also have a part to play.
I think it
So
does.
Nursing generally, the school of nursing and nursing generally, they have a part to play.
I think
Like, it's the same. See, you start, it is the wicked, the teacher that is wicked, grew up to a father that is wicked too. So, it's still the same nurse that has
yeah.
been in this habit from the time they were in school, that still grow up to become the ADNS and DNS on the world.
It's
So, it doesn't change. The school of the nurses generally are just.
over most times when they threaten School of Nursing students with the whole repeat thing,
Yes, now,
if you don't do well, you
6 months.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that's what they write to you.
yeah.
yes.
I always want to. So, there's always been like that.
I think the process and the path that people go through, like the undergraduate part, the normal university part, and the School of Nursing thing, it has its role to play. I think, especially if you're working in a government hospital or you were posted to a government hospital or something like that, I think nursing profession in those spaces, it's more of cultural than professional.
What do you mean cultural?
See this respect thing, the respect is, it's not just about the profession. It's more like respect me because I'm old enough to be your mother. Respect me because you're, I literally heard it last week. She's an Igbo girl. I'm not an Igbo girl. They were saying to somebody else, she's an Igbo girl, that's why she does not greet. If you're a Yoruba girl, you will greet. And because this nursing, you are doing this nursing in Yoruba land, you will greet us. So like, they have made it more of, you cannot confront them because there's that culture thing that, oh, I'm older than you, I'm old enough to be, would you tell your mother at home that what she's doing is wrong? But as a professional to a professional, I can tell you, I don't really agree with what you just said. But because they are taking the cultural route, these CNOs, ADNs, or even in private settings, these matrons, I'm older than you.
Do you feel it happens to private?
It does happen. It does. I mean,
But I feel it's much more common in government sectors.
of course, we have the whole entourage.
Then, since we have established this, what would you say, like, are the policies, what systems, what changes can be made to help a young nurse, an average nurse, speak up about something that they are uncomfortable with, to put forth a suggestion comfortably, like, and not be scared of maybe backlash, because there would be backlash regardless, whether you're a nurse or you're not a nurse, you can get backlash.
I feel it starts from the roots. Exactly. You feel me? There's no way you will be in a hospital setting and you as a young nurse want to speak up and you see those in power they're keeping shots.
Yeah.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
ones who are the so-called seniors who are supposed to defend you, they're keeping shots.
Exactly.
You can't fight for you, you can't do anything. So how do you feel?
I think there is this case that happened at Arrow where a doctor slapped.
Is it not Arrow?
Yeah, it's not
It's
Arrow.
not us.
It's Arrow. So, the doctor, I don't know what happened, but they slapped themselves. Yeah, the doctor slapped him. I think the guy was trying to retaliate or something. She got into a fight and it was resolved. So the time they came to the hostel, I didn't out of the hostel. Yes. So then, yes, going to out of the hostel and the whole school was in disarray. How we give this to our classmates in the middle of the night.
So sorry to say, where was will I say the principal or the nurses?
Of course, it is.
You hear stuff like
Yeah,
you
yes, the
disrespected
upper-
somebody older than you.
Management, like they will say.
With-
Management.
From the management.
This group of nurses or the body of nurses would do was just carry a placard in the hospital and go around saying,
That's if they do. That's if they do.
This is an assault. Like, what happened to us going on strike? Where is our? Let's do something that would.
I will not mention any names. I will not mention any names, but there are nurses out there.
Like,
I'm talking of HODs. Shout out to the people that they will call for strike and they will defend their nurses. There are people out there, HODs, who would actually stand their ground and say, no, you cannot do this to my nurse. And to the people that would that will throw their fellow nurses under the bus.
Even your fellow colleague.
That's
Entry level to entry level, you are slime.
They'll fly you.
That's school of nursing. That's school of nursing. If you're not a good person, you're not a good person. What's or not? If you're not a good person, you're not a good person.
No. Me, I feel nursing school as a
Yes.
Abigail for.
Of course. I mean, when you see a lecturer as a favorite student,
No,
it's always something like that.
Let me say it now. Some of you that would start on group chat and you tell them in their own language.
School of nursing. There's only that one person in every class.
I
know you.
I know you.
I don't know you. I don't know who you are.
I know who you are. And I know you.
Do you know when I was in school of nursing, I had a cousin. She was reading anatomy at that time, and most times I always complain to her about school of nursing. She was like, "Why is it like this?" So at one point she switched from anatomy to school of nursing. Because she just called me say, he said, is it? I didn't see him. It's always the rain on the table. I didn't realize something. You know, when there's something there.
Yes.
So it's the whole slide and everything. It's so. No.
There's always that one person.
The snitch, the one that was snitched to the principal.
Not just one person.
Their group.
Yes.
Send the body to
Convinced.
Yes. But it's alright. Please do better. Okay, so as we wrap up, the final question. What is one topic, what is one thing that you feel nurses should collectively as one voice speak up about?
Sure, I have to make that position. Let's
I've been there enough. You know how you have to do this one.
I'm sorry, the 2 years application.
Don't leave anything and let me go, please.
Thank you.
They said I would travel after 2 hours. Okay. Please.
Just give us our
I think
please.
we should honestly talk about it. The political parties, the bodies that are governing nursing, everyone should talk about it.
Are they actually
Everyone should speak up about it.
The last time I spoke with my principal, she said there was a time they told them that it was because they couldn't get the board. There's always a board that does the certificate thing. So they couldn't get the board because
What does it take to create a
the story was not really adding up, but then I feel like there is.
But try to say, don't we have what about the older nurses in the world, the chiefs? Can't they learn their own voices? Or it's
how many of them do you see actively participating in maybe NAM business or any of that?
What's that mean?
Even though
This has been an amazing time with the both of you. Thank you for joining me today. And to the nurses out there, please speak up about your profession.
tell people how intelligent you are, tell people how bold you are, tell people how important you are. Because you are important. Nobody should take your breath out.
Clock it.
If anybody says, well, he's a doctor, but he's a therapist.
You are a nurse. And that's that.
That was it.
I will see you in our next episode. Bye. Au revoir.